Welcome back, everybody, to another new Comic Book Day Wednesday. I'm sitting outside of Casablanca Comics. They always got the hookups. That's my LCS, my second home away from home, dude. Let's talk about my picks of the week and the rest of my pickups for today. New Comic Book Day, September, checking my calendar here, September 17th, of course. So my pick of the week, it's a pretty big week, dude. The first DC and Marvel crossover in decades, I want to say. We've got Deadpool and Batman, issue number 1, a little one-shot, got a bunch of different short stories, short backup stories from a variety of different creators, as you can see there. Any of those names look familiar to you? Deadpool, Batman, issue number 1. Pretty cool stuff, man. We also got close second for pick of the week. We're going the Ultimates, issue number 16. Loving what Dennis Camp's doing here. A lot of people are saying that this series is like not doing it for him. This is my favorite Ultimate series, without a shadow of a doubt, man. I really like the look at the world that they're giving us. I think the characterizations are really strong. The artwork for Jerry has been solid all throughout. I don't think they've had a backup artist. I'd have to check. But yeah, just been Camp and Fajeri just killing it with Blee on the coloring. We also have Batman and Robin Year 1, issue number 11. I'm sad, man. This issue and one more, and I think the series is over. But Mark Waid writing, Chris Samney on the art. It's my favorite Batman book on stands, dude. It's this one, and then it's Batman Dark Patterns, and then it's Absolute Batman. And it's been that way for a long time, man. So Batman and Robin Year 1. Make sure you guys check it out when it comes out in a trade. It's gonna be such a sick trade, man. Next up, we've got Exquisite Corpses number 5. I love last issue. I thought it was potentially better than the first issue. A bunch of different killers are doing a battle royale in a small Maine town, and a bunch of the citizens are caught right in the middle of crossfire. So I'm loving this one, man. From Tiny Onion and Image Comics, a standout series for sure. Exquisite Corpses number 5, Absolute Flash number 7. Cooling down on the series quite a bit. I thought that the last like 2 issues, maybe the last issue was pretty good actually, stepped it up a little bit, but this first arc has been like all over the place, man. Not really sure what Jeff Lemire's got cooking up. The story's a little bit slow. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how this second arc goes with Absolute Flash issue number 7. But I think that I'm gonna drop Absolute Green Lantern, and this is on the cutting floor, dude. This might get cut at some point, but Absolute Flash number 7. We have Fantastic Four issue number 3. Look at that eyesore across the top, dude. One World Under Doom. When is this event over, bro? I was excited to jump back onto Fantastic Four. The fact that there's still tie-ins to One World Under Doom blows my mind, dude. Maybe you wanted to, I don't know, relaunch Fantastic Four after the event's over or something, but I don't know, dude. It's a whole thing. We also have G.I. Joe number 11. My first G.I. Joe that I've gotten in a while. This was off my pull list. I decided to add it back. It was my favorite thing coming out of the Energon universe. I don't know why I ever dropped it in the first place. I'm a big fan of the kind of spy, espionage, covert ops mission. I think all the characters are really fun too. So I've been loving this G.I. Joe series. We got issue number 11, jumping back on it with single issues. Krypto, the last star of Krypton, issue number 4. I'm loving this series. Issue number 3 was a lot better than issue number 2. And hopefully they can just keep it going. Ryan North also writing this one. New Gods, issue number 10. I'm loving this series. It's kind of, you know, I was a little bit iffy on it, maybe around like issue number 7 and 8 or something like that, but they really stepped it up in the last couple of issues. It's got a clear direction of where the series is going. The kid has been kidnapped by, you know, the bad guys. So the Justice League and the New Gods are probably gonna have to team up to save this kid, as he's kind of the future of the New Gods. Nightwing, issue number 130, starting the new arc, I believe. Loving what Dexter Soy is doing here. He's on the art on this one, which is cool. Dan Water is just writing a really killer Nightwing series. I'm having a ton of fun with it. Definitely one you want to add on your pull list. I like the first arc a little more than the second arc. Second arc had some fifth dimensional imp sort of stuff. Not my favorite whenever that gets introduced, but hopefully we can keep it going with issue number 3. Or sorry, arc number 3. And then finally, last but not least, we got the Seasons issue number 10. I'm 3 issues behind on the series. Got to catch up and continue reading it. But I know Kai Bucks says nothing but good things about it, man. But that's what we got. New Comic Book Day for September 17th, of course. Leading the charge is that Deadpool and Batman issue number 1, the first Marvel crossover. Check out the spread, guys. How are we feeling? New Comic Book Day, September 10th. Let me know what you guys are picking up. Let me know what your pick of the week is. Stay tuned for the rest of the video. Use the chapters down below because we've got 60 comics for $60. Let me know if I wasted my money. We go through a bunch of variants that I recently purchased at a dollar bin sale. Third topic for this video is going over some series that are going through a bit of changes right now. So the Batman series, previously the Chip Zdarsky Captain America series launched. We talk about the Fantastic Four series that launched from Ryan North as well. And then we talk about 2 series from the indie side that are about to relaunch, sort of, with the Transformers, the new creative team jumping on, and then TMNT, new creative team jumping on as well. But let me know what you guys think. That's New Comic Book Day for September 17th. New Comic Book Day Very special video for today. We've got a giant box of comics. As you guys can see in here, we've got 60-ish comic books. This is from Midtown Comics Online. They had a sale. They were doing a $1 comic sale. So I decided to get some, load it up. I like doing these videos for you guys. To be honest with you, kind of forgot what's in here. It might be some series that I'm missing. I think there's a lot of variants in here as well. But let's try to answer the question. Did I waste my money? 60 comics for $60? Let's get into it, man. So I got them out of the box. This is the first stack. Let's just try to blow through this, man. All right, so we got this nice team up cover of the Hawkeyes, Invisible Woman, nice Deceased issue #1. That's pretty cool. Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, Velvet #1. This Legion of Doom cover. We got this Dark Knight, the Master Race cover. I just like the Carrie Kelly and Batman flying in. Thought that was a cool look. Got this Walking Dead Michonne cover. Michonne's blade with the blood dripping. Thought it'd be pretty cool to have some Halloween Walking Dead covers. You might see those in here. We got an All-Star Superman #1. This is a reprint for the Superman Day edition. Thought I'd collect all those, pretty cool. We got a Walking Dead cover, like I was saying, the hands reaching out. We got this Thing, the Thing getting married. I got a couple of covers from that sort of Fantastic Four era in this. A nice team-up cover for the Thors, Mighty Thor, and then, you know, Janus Thor is over there. Nice Captain America cover as he's running from all the enemies in the back shooting at him. Thought this was a cool, you know, kind of colorway for a Captain America cover. That was pretty nice. Hayden Sherman, Sean Lewis with the Few issue #2. I'm not trying to collect the series by any means, but just some early Hayden Sherman work that was nice. I think they just threw this in for free. I don't remember ordering this because I got this from my comic shops. I don't think I would have ordered that. We got a Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cover. This is a Tom Taylor run. Spider-Man reaching up the web. Pretty nice. Nice Trinity cover here. Nice Justice League cover with all the main members there. Nice Wally West Flash cover as he's running, reaching out. The Flash Rebirth. Never read that series, never read DC Rebirth as an era, kind of in general, but this was a cool, nice Wally West Flash cover. Lois Lane, never read this 12-issue maxi series, Greg Rucka written, but that was a cool Lois Lane cover. This Adam Hughes Iron Man is the series, but it's a variant cover featuring the Fantastic Four. I think Adam Hughes obviously kills it for a lot of his Fantastic Four looks especially, so I thought I'd pick this up. A nice Walking Dead cover here, Rick Grimes passing away. That's a pretty cool look for Rick, you know, that era where he's kind of got the beard going with the head shaven. Got this cool Spider-Man cover, Who's Under the Mask, that's interesting there. This nice JLA cover, so we got all these citizens are kind of just down and out, maybe passed away, but then we got the members of the Justice League kind of standing up, getting ready to fight. This Lex Luthor Doomsday Clock cover. Lex Luthor's a villain. I don't have too many covers of him. I think that's a pretty nice look. Nice Superman cover here. Other members of the DC Universe in the background. See Superman kind of throwing away his Clark Kent identity, flying up. That's pretty cool. Another nice Superman cover. There's quite a few in this haul. Need some more Superman variants to kind of decorate my background from time to time. Not Justice League. We've got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cover here with the 4 main members of the Turtles. That's pretty nice. I wonder who did the... Yeah, Freddie E. Williams. So this is going to be the main series artist coming in to do the interiors for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I thought I'd get a cover. This is the #1. That's pretty cool. Justice League cover here. I'm not sure who the artist is, but thought it was a pretty cool look for the Justice League. Cool variant. And then we have this, whatever the series that they did for the game. I don't really care about that, but I thought it was a cool Bat Family member wraparound cover. Red Hood, Batgirl, Dick Grayson, and Tim Drake Robin back there. Next stack, same kind of thing. We're just going to blow through it. We got the Question All Along the Watchtower. Renee Montoya, my girl, my queen. I love her. So cool. Same thing here. Question, holding that rifle. I think Renee Montoya is super cool, man. Got Wally West on the chair, looking pretty intimidating. The aura, he's going pretty hard in this one. Nice Captain America cover. Kind of a throwback sort of look. I believe, could be wrong, but I think the artist on this cover is literally Stan Lee. I could be wrong there. Not Stan Lee. Jack Kirby. As you see there, variant cover, Jack Kirby. I think this is the Jack Kirby one when I was buying it. I think I remember that. Nice Adam Hughes Fantastic Four cover. Adam Hughes? Not Adam Hughes. This is a Jen Bartel. My bad. But yeah, nice Fantastic Four cover there with all the members. Cool, awesome Justice League cover. The 5 main members there. I just really like this era of Justice League. So we got, John Stewart. That's pretty cool. And this is the Trinity Jim Lee cover. Had to scoop this one up. I have the, oh, actually, I can't show it because it's hung up over there, but I have the art for this. But it's weird because the art is like a sunny day, but it's more of a nighttime kind of look. So, but it's like the same pose from Jim Lee. All the Bat family members, unless these are just people dressing up for Halloween, but we got, you know, obviously Batman, Selena Kyle, and then just a lot of people dressed up as Batman characters surrounding them at the theater. This cool Batman cover, he's running over the Gotham City rooftops. Wally West Flash cover, need some more Wally West Flash just in general in my collection. This awesome Captain America cover where we got the shield bouncing some bullets off. We got Bucky in the background. Thought that was a pretty cool look. Fight Club number 2. This is that homage, that famous painting. I might give this to my buddy Christian. If you're watching this, Christian, shout out, buddy. Comic book stash, but I thought this was pretty cool. Just watched Fight Club recently, rewatched it. Got this nice David Tulaski Wonder Woman variant. I think it's so sick with the invisible jet. David Tulaski, really cool style. That's pretty cool. We got the Flash cover here. We got a Thing wedding cover, Mazel Tov, getting married, love it. Pretty cool. It's always nice when the Thing's happy, you know what I mean? We got a Green Lantern, Green Arrow. This is that one shot they did recently, a little one shot. We got this Klaus cover. If you haven't read that, it's a Grant Morrison written series with art from Dan Mora. Imagine, you know, Santa Claus, but he's a superhero. That's what you get with Klaus. It's pretty good. Wanted some more, you know, Christmas covers to decorate around the Christmas time. This nice Superman cover from the Bendis era. You know, say what you will, I haven't read that era yet, but thought this was a cool Superman cover. Got the nice Fantastic Four in the background fighting, you know, maybe fighting the Hulk there. That was a pretty nice cover. This nice Batman cover where Bane's getting his, you know, Bane's breaking the Batman's back. That was pretty nice to pick up. A Jeff Loeb Tim Sale cover here with Captain America White. And yeah, you know, some Tim Sale stuff, always collecting that. We have a Wally West cover here, I believe it's Wally West, but he's just outrunning some missiles. I thought that was pretty cool. Superman for All Seasons, the Superman Day edition again. So like I was saying, just trying to collect all those, all the reprints that they did. New Mutants, number 98. This is a facsimile, first appearance of Deadpool. Thought that was a pretty cool facsimile to pick up. This nice Superman cover here, I believe this is Jim Lee artwork. It's not. Actually, oh, okay, it's the Jim Lee pose, but someone else is doing an homage down here. So, yeah, thought that was a cool, you know, Superman cover there. This is a free comic book day edition from EC Comics. I decided to pick it up because I've been liking all the horror stuff out of EC Comics. Decided to read that. Captain America cover here is he's fallen. Trying to reach for his shield. This is a free comic book day edition. I wanted to pick it up because Blood Honey, shout out to Sean Peacock, is the preview of Blood Honey's in this. Nice Batman Beyond cover there. And then last but not least, closing out with some Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, Killer Be Killed. I really love this cover here. So that's what we got, man. All 60 comics that I got for $60. Let me know what you guys thought about them. Let's try to pick it up. I kind of wish that they, you know, threw in some bags and boards because now I have to bag and board these myself, but that's all right, man. 60 comics, $60. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. As a comic book fan, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of change, right? When your favorite series has been going on for however many issues, a new creative team jumps on, maybe that series gets a little worse. Marvel, DC, they're always resetting things to number one. So let's just talk about some of the series that are going through some major changes, either just recently or coming up soon. So the series that we're mainly going to be talking about in this video, the new Batman relaunch that DC just did. We're also talking about the Captain America relaunch that Marvel did earlier in the year. Same thing with the Fantastic Four, new relaunch for that. And then we got some indie series as well. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is about to do a relaunch. They got one more issue of this. And Transformers just finished up its last Daniel Warren Johnson written issue. So we'll be talking about the future of Transformers as well. But let's start off with that Batman, dude. So I know that a lot of people were not the biggest fans of the fact that Batman was relaunching. I think it was necessary in this case, though. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of relaunches. You know, it's kind of a marketing gimmick to get more people jumping on the series. But I think that this one was actually really important because just from, like, my friend, for example, or my brother, trying to get them into the main Batman title, it was really tough for the longest time because I'm trying to think of the best time to jump on for Chip Zdarsky. I mean, obviously the beginning, right, with the fail-safe stuff, but over time, I just really felt like it got really, really kind of bogged down and weighed down by its own storyline that it was really hard to recommend someone jumping onto the Chip Zdarsky Batman run. So I'm kind of glad that they started with the new #1, a new starting point for everyone trying to get into Batman. Kind of really wish that Jorge Jimenez had not been chosen as the main artist for this Batman series. Not that I dislike his stuff. I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful stuff, right? I just thought that, you know, we just had Chip Zdarsky with Jorge Jimenez. Maybe you switch it up with the art team. If you're doing kind of a new relaunch, maybe it would have made sense to have a new writer and artist at the same time, but that's all right, man. I think that we're in for a great looking Batman series with this, and Matt Fraction kind of blew me away with this first issue. I thought that his characterization for Batman was solid, showing the compassionate side. We get a look at all the different gadgets. I'm into it, man, so I'm really excited for this Batman relaunch. Let me know what you guys think about Batman #1 and the fact that it is, in fact, a relaunch. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let's talk about some Marvel relaunches, though. So, man, DC, like, everybody gives Marvel and DC a lot of flack for relaunching, but DC never does it compared to Marvel, right? Marvel is relaunching every single time, like, a new creative team jumps on, or, in fact, it's the same creative team, same writer, but they're still doing a relaunch, man. So, if anybody's relaunching too much, it's definitely Marvel. But let's talk about this Captain America relaunch, man. So we got Chip Zdarsky coming in, Valerio Schiti on the art. The thing about this Captain America series that sets it apart from, you know, the past couple Captain America series, this one was interesting to me because it's taken it back. It's Captain America where he shortly came out of the ice. So I think that that kind of time frame makes it a little bit more interesting as it's Captain America just coming out of the ice. So it's kind of like restrictive in that way, but I think that Chip Zdarsky is going to be real creative with what he gives us in this series. Like in this first arc, he's going into Latveria to stop the initial kind of rise of Doctor Doom takeover of Latveria. So it's kind of interesting, the situations that Chip Zdarsky is going to be putting Captain America in this series. And yeah, man, just I think that Chip Zdarsky was a great pick for this relaunch. I don't know if Captain America might have been everybody's dream Chip Zdarsky project, but it's obvious that Captain America is such an important character for Chip Zdarsky, so he's really putting it all, you can tell. And just the kind of questions that he's raising with the U.S. military and the U.S.'s like role in the world stage and the horrors of war and kind of the difficulties of being a soldier and bringing that home, and Captain America in this new world, kind of trying to get reacclimated to how warfare works in this new world too. It's a lot of interesting stuff, man. There's a lot of moving parts in this series, and I think that he's got a great partner along with him with Valerio Schiti. It's such a great look for Captain America, man. So this relaunch, I think, was successful, very much needed in the way that it's just Captain America. It's not like, it's like the easiest way to jump on, because the last couple Captain America runs, I just never really felt the need or kind of the urge to jump on. I wasn't familiar with maybe the creative team. This one is very intriguing to me with the time place that it takes place in. Of course, you got Chip Zdarsky coming in, back over to Marvel. So I think that this one is really working for me, and I'm excited to add it to my pull list. One of the series from Marvel that I didn't necessarily think required a relaunch was this Fantastic Four series. They had the One World Under Doom stuff, and that's been going on. It's still technically going on, dude. When is this event? From someone who hasn't been reading One World Under Doom, when is that event over, dude? I feel like it's been going on for the entire year. Out of that, we get a relaunch Fantastic Four, and it's kind of interesting because in a lot of ways it carries through what was going on with the Ryan North run previously, and we're just putting a new number on it, man. So I didn't dislike this one or issue number 2. I'll probably like issue number 3. It's just, I don't really feel that this relaunch was necessary, right? I mean, people were really enjoying the Ryan North run previously. This one, out of all of these that we're talking about in this video, is like the most marketing sort of relaunch. And yeah, although I liked it, it was a fun sci-fi story, fun Fantastic Four story even. I just don't know if it kind of justifies its need of a relaunch in the first 2 issues. But we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see where the rest of the series shakes out. I just wish it wasn't also a tie-in to One World Under Doom, dude. As someone who's trying to avoid the event, I was excited to jump back onto Fantastic Four with this number 1. But the fact that it's still got this One World Under Doom is like, man, when does that event end, dude? I swear. I feel like it's been going on for a long time. But Fantastic Four number 1, the new relaunch, Humberto Ramos on the art is pretty exciting as well. So in this one, I'm a little mixed on. I don't think it justified its relaunch, but I'm glad that I'm reading it now and enjoying some Fantastic Four in single issues. I was collecting the past Ryan North run in trades. I'm on like trade number 3 or 4 or something like that. But yeah, it's cool to be collecting it in singles. Getting excited about it for a new comic book day, just like everybody else. Fantastic Four number 1. A highlight from Marvel for sure. I know that. I know that's right, dude. So let's talk about the indie series that are currently about to go through a sort of mini relaunch. Of course, with these series, it's not necessarily that the number is restarting from 1 or anything, but we got new creative teams jumping on, right? So I'm not the biggest Transformers guy like growing up. I don't know too many of the Transformers. Like if you put up a random picture, is that Soundwave or Laserbeak or whatever? I'm not sure, right? But I decided to jump on because I'm a big fan of Daniel Warren Johnson. It was part of the Energon universe, a really exciting kind of launch for this kind of shared universe out of Image Comics Skybound. And I enjoyed this Daniel Warren Johnson run all the way throughout. Got some really high highs, got some kind of middling lows. A couple issues there. In the middle, I was, you read them month to month and it's not like a ton is going on. And yeah, I know that a lot of people were super big fans of the series all the way throughout. I thought it was solid. I thought it was good. I'm not, regretful that I bought this in single issues. But when it comes to the new relaunch, man, the new creative team jumping on, we got Robert Kirkman and Dan Mora. It's interesting because a part of why I really like this series from Jorge Corona, and then before that we had Daniel Warren Johnson on the art, it's got this like, I don't know, really dynamic kind of fighting. And I don't know if we're going to be getting that in the Dan Mora kind of side of things, right? Because when I see Dan Mora stuff, it's really clean. And yeah, I wonder how his look for the Transformers is going to translate to the page, I guess. The Robert Kirkman writing, Robert Kirkman, the legend, I'm sure the writing side is going to be okay. I'm just a little worried about the art, I guess, from Dan Mora. I'm just not sure how it's necessarily going to be handled. It's such a tonal shift from Jorge Corona and Daniel Warren Johnson, kind of messy sort of manga-inspired look. So I don't know, man. It'll be interesting to see what Robert Kirkman and Dan Mora bring when they jump on to Transformers issue number 25 and start their new era. And then finally, last but not least, let's talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're about to go through a sort of new creative team as well. And this one is interesting, man. So Jason Aaron and Juan Ferreira, they only got 12 issues to really do their thing. And Juan Ferreira got even less because he was not on 3 issues in the first 4 issues that had different artists for each 4, right? And I think that Juan Ferreira might have been for one of those, but 3 of them were not. So Juan Ferreira did not get a lot of time to cook, man. So in that way, I'm a little bit disappointed. The fact that Jason Aaron's leaving the title, I'm not the most upset about that. I was really enjoying his writing in this series, but you've got Jin Luen Yang coming in, right? So really accomplished writer. The fact that he's bringing that Asian American, he's bringing that kind of edge to it. It could be really interesting. And then we get the new artwork from Freddie Williams III. I forgot the artist's name. I really apologize, but kind of that new look for the Turtles. So yeah, I'm not mad at the new era that we're about to get into. It just feels like the Juan Ferreira and the Jason Aaron run never got to where I had it in my mind, right? Because when you think Jason Aaron, a really accomplished writer, really killing it, but 12 issues is not even like a ton for Jason Aaron to really cook and show his stuff for the Turtles, I guess, with Jason Aaron and Juan Ferreira, and to see their kind of run coming to an end, maybe a little short, maybe you'd like it to go for like 20 issues at least, but yeah, we only got a couple. We only got a handful, but that's it for this video, man. Just a bunch of jibber jabbering, I guess, about comic runs that are starting up, new creative teams, just sort of feeling out my thoughts on the whole thing, man. But sometimes means in a case like this, you're losing some of your favorite series on stands. But then if a new creative team jumps on, it might end up being one of your favorites, like over here at Batman and Captain America. So yeah, that's what we got. Hope that all made sense. Let me know what you think in the comments. Any of these relaunches work for you? Which ones are you not excited for coming up? Thank you guys for watching. We've got your weekly comic book reviews, everything I read from September 10th through Comic Book Day that I wanted to talk about. Let's start off with Absolute Batman issue number 12, man. So thought this was a great issue. It's the fallout to Batman escaping from Arc M in the last issue with Waylon Jones, as we know in this universe, the Killer Croc. And it's kind of like the, kind of repercussions that Batman, by going after Bane, Bane's going after all of Batman's friends. He knows that's the actual way to break this version of Batman. So we get the what happened to all of Batman's friends. His friend Oswald broke all his bones, this version of Bane did. Really gruesome stuff, turning him into the Penguin possibly. We see what he did. He burnt this version of Harvey Dent like pretty much alive, half of his face burnt all the way. Kind of the origin for a lot of Batman's villains potentially in this absolute universe came from Bane. So it's a really cool twist on the classic Batman, lore and storyline that we know and love. Really brutal stuff, man. And I'm kind of feeling like Batman needs some help. He's a little bit alone. Him with Alfred, that's not going to cut it. He needs more help, and looks like we're getting this absolute Catwoman introduced into the story in a bigger way in the next issue, so that should be pretty cool. Moving right along, let's talk about another Batman issue, Batman Dark Patterns. This is one of my favorite Batman books on stands. It's so good, with Hayden Sherman on the art and Dan Waters writing it. It's a more down-to-earth, kind of classic Batman detective story. So this is the culmination of a lot of different storylines that have been happening in the first 3 cases. This is going to be the 4th and final case for this Batman Dark Patterns series. And this is kind of tying up all the different things, all the different villains that were in play in the other cases. They're kind of maybe related to what's been going on now. This guy going around in this babyface mask, he is just lighting all of Gotham on fire. He's a kind of a student of the Firefly, which I thought that was pretty interesting. Jim Gordon almost dies before he gets saved by Batman. And as I'm flipping through, man, you guys are just seeing the incredible artwork from Hayden Sherman, the really cool paneling, the beautiful colors from Triona Farrell as well on the Hayden Sherman artwork. I'm just loving this Batman story, man. Really cool stuff. Detective Batman, grounded, down to earth. I think it's really solid, man. And when this comes out in a trade or jump on with issue number 10, I think this is going to be a standout and a really impressive Batman series once it's out in a trade paperback. Let's move over to Marvel because they had a really good release, a really good week in general. We have Captain America number 3. So Chip Zdarsky coming into this Captain America title, and he has just been blowing me away issue after issue. It really deals with like the horrors of war and kind of the psychological impacts that it has on soldiers and stuff like that. It also deals with kind of looking at Latveria and the way Doom runs things, and we get that conversation that Captain America has with the citizens of Latveria. They're explaining to them like, yeah, no, we love that Doom is kind of our emperor and he takes care of things for us and he provides for us and all these needs. But it's kind of conflicted, Captain America's conflicted with this idea because his people aren't free. Like they aren't the true definition of the word freedom, right? So I like this kind of morals that Captain America and these kind of questions that he's grappling with. We get some really great fight scenes as well with Captain America and a Doombot. And I don't know, man, this series is just really impressive. I like the little end bits. I thought as we see one of those examples of the horrors of war, we get Captain America. Maybe he's sort of knocked out or whatever, but he says that if this new world is darkness, I won't bend to it, Bucky. I can't, damn him. Doom is right. I have to be a light. So it gave me goosebumps when I said that, man. So I'm loving everything that Chip Zdarsky's doing here. We get that great artwork from Valerio Schiti with that Frank Martin coloring. It's just an excellent series, man. One that I would really recommend jumping on. It's only 3 issues in, and it's setting up to be an all-time classic Captain America series. So yeah, man, Captain America number 3 blew me away. Let's talk about Transformers number 24. The end of an era, man. This is the last Daniel Warren Johnson written Transformers series. We knew for a long time that he was only going to be on for 2 years, and this is it, man. So we get the final battle between Optimus and Megatron. They're going after it. They're transforming. They're doing like long jumps on top of each other. Great fighting from Jorge Corona in this issue in particular. Yeah, just really like an all-out kind of battle between Optimus Prime and Megatron. We get some moments with Spike and the other humans. And all in all, dude, I will say my negative with this issue, I guess, would be that it's maybe a little rushed. Maybe the ending not so well deserved, I guess. Maybe that's the wrong kind of wording for it. But I don't know if it necessarily did a great job of tying together all of the stuff that's been going on. I mean, we get, Threadripper joining the story and taking people out. So I don't know, just a very interesting way to conclude Daniel Warren Johnson's run on the series. And I don't know if it necessarily concluded in the way that everybody was hoping it would. So yeah, Transformers number 24, the end of Daniel Warren Johnson's run, the end of an era. Let's talk about Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum. I loved it, man. I thought it was excellent. This one is really fun. It's a very Silver Age sort of Superman story. So each issue, he's testing a new version of Kryptonite on himself to see what the powers are, kind of the effects that it has on him. In this one, this version of Kryptonite makes Superman grow. So he's growing wicked big. He's having like a kaiju battle in Metropolis against this, I think his name was Chemo, I think is his name. So yeah, we get like a giant kaiju battle while Superman's really big. He gets hit by a red kryptonite from Lex Luthor. So a really big, angry Superman turns him into kind of a Godzilla. So I don't know, man. Just a fun sort of Silver Age Superman story. It's DC Black Label. It's the same creative team as Ice Cream Man. So you get that really wacky sort of humor all throughout. And I thought it was pretty fun, man. So definitely check out Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum when it's all out as a DC Black Label series. I think that was a pretty fun one. Ultimate Wolverine number 9. Chris Condon writing. We got Cappuccio coming into the art. On this one, he sometimes is missing from this series. It kind of stinks, but Cappuccio, just an excellent look for a, Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Wolverine kind of series. And the last couple issues, it's been Wolverine and the rest of the X-Men Rebel kind of group. Each issue is kind of like a mission that they go on, like an espionage sort of mission. In this one, they're going into where the Makers Council builds a lot of the Sentinel robots, right? So they're going into the facility to try to disrupt some things, make sure they can't build these giant sentinels that are taking them out. And it's a great action scene, great action moments as we see Ultimate Wolverine. He sees this girl that had a part in torturing him and kind of wiping his mind and controlling it. So Wolverine's going after her. Just a great fun issue. I like what they did to Cyclops. I thought that was pretty brutal, man. They kind of put Cyclops' head in the middle of a sentinel body and are using Cyclops' powers, his goggles, to kind of use them as a weapon. Thought that was pretty interesting. Birds of Prey number 25, continuing this really fun Kelly Thompson written series. In this one, we get a new artist jumping on with Richards, but we get Basri in the back. I thought the art was super solid. Essentially what's been going on is the Birds of Prey are going up against this evil, criminal organization, a couple of the villains. And Ink had previously taken over Big Barda and controlled her. Now she's kind of working with the Birds of Prey as she realizes that the villains that she was working with, she doesn't want to be all about that, right? So she's kind of switching sides, helping out the Birds of Prey. And we get the Birds of Prey kind of splitting up, doing these kind of missions against all the different members of this villain organization. And they all kind of come together at the end. It's just a fun series, man. So Kelly Thompson just killing it, having a lot of fun with this one. 25 issues in, still having fun, man. It's a Birds of Prey. Last but not least, let's talk about Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, issue number 4. This one features Miles Morales as he's trying to look for his sister Billy all across this Ultimate Universe. Each issue, is a kind of a look at a different corner of the Ultimate Universe. In the last one, for example, I think we were in Japan hanging out with the Ultimate X-Men. In this one, we're going up to, the Russian kind of Federation, that area of the Ultimate Universe, to try to look for Billy because she's been taken by Magic and some other members of the Members Council. But at the very end of this one, although it has pretty good action throughout, Magic versus Mayday and versus Miles Morales, thought that was pretty fun. At the very end, though, it's another switcheroo, and someone else comes in and kidnaps Billy. So now Miles is going to have to go over there in the next issue. So it's a fun series all throughout, fun summer series, but not a must pick up by any means. In fact, I don't even think they really fight with the sword as much as the cover would have you believe. But yeah, just a fun Ultimate Universe. They're trying to use Billy as a way to open the Maker's kind of jail, Maker City, and try to free him early. So kind of interesting. But yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, issue number 4, not a must pick up by any means. But that's what we got, guys. The weekly comic book reviews for everything September 10th that I had a chance to read. Let me know what you thought about any of these down in the comments. While you're down there, like if you like, sub if you love, hype if you love it even more. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching and read more comics.